Now, the Rangers didn't necessarily end their season the way they hoped, but they're already making moves this all season, trading for Barclay Goodrow. Would love to know your thoughts on how he impacts the Rangers next season.
Well, he's good. He's a really helpful player, and we saw how helpful he was for the Tampa Bay Lightning in the last 2 years, back-to-back Stanley Cups. Part of really what I thought was the best line in the playoffs this year. That third line for the Tampa Bay Lightning with Yanni Gourde and Blake Coleman, the former Devil, and Barclay Goodrow. Goodrow and Coleman were both unrestricted free agents. The Rangers step in. They know the Lightning aren't going to be able to re-sign him almost definitely. So they make a trade to get his rights so they can talk to him as early as they can. It looks like there are reports out there that are saying the Rangers have a deal kind of in principle with him that they'll be able to announce once the roster freeze ends and we have the expansion draft on Wednesday night. So that's a good thing. Now, it looks like it's a 6-year deal for about $3.6 million against the cap each year. What they're doing there is stretching out the cap hit, giving them the money, but also having longer term to make the cap hit a little smaller. He'll be a great third-line type player for the Rangers. He is what he is. He'll fit, I think, nicely with Gerard Gallant and the way the Rangers want to play under Gallant and add some physicality and some sandpaper to their group. The only thing is he had more value in Tampa at $925,000 a year than he was $3.6 million a year. But still, for the Rangers, this is just the type of player they need to add. They probably need to add one or two more players along that line.
Absolutely. And I just want to add with what I think is probably the biggest and most just meaningful, inspirational news to come out of the hockey world in the last day or so. And that's Luke Prokop being the first player with an NHL contract to publicly announce that he is gay. He has come out publicly and he was met with just such an extreme outpouring of support, which was just absolutely incredible to see. This is just from Jacob Trouba, a little bit of support as well, but he was just one of the many players to come out publicly on social media, whether it was making a video or tweeting or just to show support. And I mean, I just love to see this. EJ, I know that you tweeted something about it as well. I mean, just discuss the courage that it takes to do something like this and what it means for the hockey community.
Well, you said it, Michelle. It's courage, right? I mean, this is a 19-year-old young man in Edmonton, Alberta, playing for the Calgary Hitmen in junior hockey. He was a draft pick of the Nashville Predators, and he's a 6'5", 215-pound defenseman, right-shot defenseman. And the Nashville Predators have had a history of finding guys who become really good players on defense in this league. So, but here he is, and you know, he's trying to determine, you know, whether he is going to make this public acclamation and kind of get on with living, as he points out, being his true self. And I just think it takes a tremendous amount of courage. People are in the public eye. You don't know what the kind of reaction is going to be. I mean, no one has done it in the NHL previously, so that tells you that it is something that's a difficult step. I just give this young man so much credit. And unless I got a chance to watch him being interviewed and just listening to him speak, the burden that he felt like he was carrying by not coming forward and declaring himself and letting people know who he was and what he was all about. I just think there's a tremendous amount of courage. It'll inspire many, many other people, hockey people, and just generally people who are everyday people dealing with their own issues in life, that they see a young person that has the courage to do this, and they'll be inspired to make decisions in their life. So I think it's great. I wish Luke nothing but the best, and I'll be really curious to see on the ice how he fits in as a player and if he's going to be able to make that step and become a player in the National Hockey League, because it's a difficult one. But I think by doing this, he gives himself the best chance because he's not carrying this burden of trying to be someone other than who he is. So I applaud him, and I wish him nothing but good luck and all the best on the ice.
Extremely well said, EJ. Thank you so much for joining us. EJ Hradek for the NHL Network. Thanks for pulling up to MSG PM. Don't go nowhere, New York. We're hopping out of the ice and we're hitting the gridiron with our boy David DIEHL. That's right, Super Bowl champ, to talk the Giants and Jets right after the break. Don't go nowhere, New York City. MSG PM will be right back.